All right, welcome back, everybody. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Another day, back at it. We're gonna try it again. Had another flawless day yesterday, 3-0 with the picks. It's like back to back, three days in a row in NBA flawless days. So we'll start off with a little review. I'll let everybody take a second to get in. Also, I'm gonna post my number a little later so y'all can call in. I know a couple people already have my number, so if you have any observations, be sure to call in. Uh, so we'll start off with a little review from yesterday. First game, we had Thunder and 76ers. Looked good for the Sixers. Like I said, I had 76ers as my initial pick. A lot of notes from Folk Canarius in my chat. He's pretty good, but it kind of stirred me away. Thunder was on a 5-game win streak. They could have got 6. Philly was on a 4-game losing streak, and they could have lost 5. Oklahoma City Thunder equals 65. So, like I said, 76ers, I changed my pick, though. Even though they still won, I went back and changed it and took the Denver Nuggets to beat the Hawks. Simple fact, because Thunder just had a lot lined up. And but like I told y'all, NBA TV in 14, notice 76ers stayed on the 14 losses, and they picked up the 17 home win. NBA TV also equals 59, which is the 17th prime number. So, like I said, 76ers, they didn't cover though. Thunder was 7.5. So, either way, if you took the Thunder with the points, you covered. And if you took the 76ers money line, I didn't really have no lean just because Thunder, they had a lot of narratives. But like I said, I'm not going against a 14 NBA riddle. So, that was that. Pacers, Hornets. This was a pick. Hornets with 23-14. What was it? They stayed on 10 wins in Charlotte. Charlotte equals 39. 10 equals 39. I told y'all the 10 plays in Charlotte. Notice that Charlotte stayed on these 15 wins. I stressed that 15 and 51, when teams get to that number, they tend to stay on that for at least a game or two. They had just picked up the 15th win against the Mavericks. So, pretty sure they'll stay on that for probably another game. They did for at least one game. So that was that. Pacers also gave the Hornets the 15th loss in the conference, I believe. Yep. And Indiana equals 47 to 15th prime. Celtics, Wizards. Not a pick on this one. I leaned Wizards. Underdog. Told y'all it was all there. Like Folk Cornelius made great observations. This coach, I think he was on 353 all-time losses. That's the 71st prime number, and Celtics equals 71. And they had just beat Denver Nuggets. So the coach stayed on those 353 losses. And like I said, because they knew the next opponent was the Celtics. And Celtics equals 71. So he stayed on those 353 losses for that game, and he stayed on the 353 losses against the Celtics. And that was an upset. Didn't have that as a pick. Notice that I didn't like two upsets. Bark yesterday didn't have them as a pick, and I told y'all be aware of those main two. Nets Magic didn't have a pick. Magic could have stayed on 16 wins. Brooklyn Nets equals 53 to 16th prime. Magic. It was something for the Magic. It was tight though. It was very tight. That's why I didn't fool with it. Next game, I had a pick on this game. Nuggets, Hawks. Nuggets got the job done. They became 10-7 away. Atlanta Hawks equals 17. They became 10-7 away. You drop the 0. 10-7 looks like 17. So Nuggets did that. It was something else for that game, but I don't know. That was my second pick. Jazz, Pelicans. I told you I liked the Jazz, but the line wasn't right. So, and notice they didn't cover. It was -3 or -4. I had -4. It was -3. They won by 2. They still got the job done. I linked Jazz. I told y'all how they came in 12-24. And notice when Utah won, they did the reflection. They became 24-12. So multiples of 12. They just flip-flop records. with Jazz beating the Pelicans. So had that as a lean. Bucks Spurs, told y'all to stay away from this game. Bucks had just gave the Spurs the 11th away loss. Then they played each other back to back. So the Bucks, now the Spurs picked up the 11th home win against the Bucks. Bucks equals 11. So that was there. Also that 41. Remember what I talked about, y'all, with the 41? It was 3 games yesterday that could play with the 41, and all 3 of them came through. And somebody asked me that on my Patreon, like, what's so significant about the 41? It wasn't no date numerology or nothing, but I just observed that it was 3 41s on the board out of 9 games. So that stood out to me. Nuggets got their 41st head-to-head win against the Hawks. Bucks stayed on 41. Look what they did. Notice that they scored 104 points. 104 kind of looks like 14. So they stayed on 104 points. They scored 104 points. They also picked up they stayed on 14 away wins, and they stayed on 41 head-to-head all-time wins against the Spurs. So they stayed on the 41. And then the next game, this was my 3rd pick. I had the Mavericks. They picked up the 41st win head-to-head all-time against Chicago. So all the 41s played. Dallas equals 41. Notice they got the 41st head-to-head meeting win, and they made the Bulls stay at 13 wins. Also, they kept 13 losses. So that was all there. Like I said, all my games, they was kind of big spreads, but if you parlay all 4, you had plus money. Last game of my picks, I had the Kings. They came through. NBA TV and 14. I keep telling y'all, Kings picked up the 14th win on NBA TV, and they stayed at 14 conference losses. So that was in the books. All my picks came through NBA. That's a review. Hockey, I only picked 1 game yesterday. That didn't come through. It was like 4 games on yesterday. I told y'all though, with my logic mind, and my logic mind is normally right. Blue Jackets was on fire, and the Kings sucked. Like I said, the Kings was no good, and the Blue Jackets, they was already on fire. So, but I still did it because of the gematria. Everything was just lined up, so I couldn't go against that. So I took a shot with the Kings, and then there you go. Just like yesterday with the college basketball, we'll go over that. That 1 pick I gave y'all, that was wrong. And all the gematria lined up for that. That's why I say sometimes you just gotta use your logic mind.
Declutter, put away,
Blue Jackets
and organize.
and the Kings
At the store,
they could have got their 18th win. ESPN equals 18. Kings equals 24. They could have gave the Blue Jackets the 24th loss. Notice that the score was 4-2, but it worked out the other way. They was actually up 1-0. Kings started off good. They could have gave the Blue Jackets the 13th away loss in LA. LA equals 13. So everything lined up for the Kings, and they still lost. And just like I said, Blue Jackets were the better team, were playing better. So, you know, that's what happened. They did do that. Other games, Oilers and Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs was playing good. I told y'all it was not worth the play because Maple Leafs was minus 200. I told y'all the only thing this game can do is kill you. So notice it would have killed you if you played it. I stayed away from that. Oilers had a little riddle. Maple Leafs stayed on 53 points on January 6th, like 1-6, like 16. So they stayed on those 53 points, 53 to 16 prime number. Jets, Canadians, caller called in yesterday. Perfect observation. They was playing a 33rd game. Jets picked up the 11th win and stayed on 22 losses. All master numbers. So that was that. I lean Canadians because they could have became 9-9 at home. Jets equals 9. So like I said, I have no pick on none of these games but that game, and I got wrong. Avalanche and Islanders, this was another tough game. I would have leaned Avalanche. That was wrong because Islanders play the Devils next. Devils equals 26. So I was thinking that they'll pick up the 26 win against the Devils. If you notice today, they play the Devils, and Devils coming in with 26 losses, and they playing them with 26 losses. So that was that. Also, it was Colorado 43rd game of the season. They stayed on the 14. Well, they picked up their 14th loss, and they stayed on 14 away wins. So 43 to 14 prime number. Carla called that out too. It's a game like that too in hockey today that I observed. So we'll look at that. And Blue Jackets Kings, like I said, I had Kings. They didn't come through. Only had one game in hockey. I'm still 11-9. Still way 2 games above 500. So probably like right there at 60%. NBA is just 90% dominating. So if you're smart, you playing NBA right now. Let's go to college basketball. Yesterday I told you somebody would beat Troy. I forgot who it was. I'm finna pull it up right now. Let's see. It was Texas State. Texas State. They could have became 2-3 versus Detroit. I believe these were the Jaguars. Yep, no, the Trojans. Okay, let's see. The gematria was lined up perfect. I'm not gonna even do that no more. I'm just unless I see that 11-3 on FS1, that's the only time I'm gonna use it. College, I'm just going logic because I've been doing this for a long time. So for now, I'm just doing college and logic. I'm not even gonna because when a riddle crossed me like that about a couple months ago. It was Marshall. I forgot it was Zach. He was on it. It was just lined up perfect with all the gematria, and it didn't come through. This game, what was it? They 1-3. They could have became 2-3. South Troy Trojans was 23, I believe, and they could have became 9-7. Troy Trojans is 97 and 25. 97 is the 25th prime. So this had all the things lined up for Texas State. I didn't really see anything with Troy. Troy was a monster upset and was a 10-point favorite. So that was a monster upset. That let me down. That was the only play I picked yesterday in college basketball. Like I said, I'm not going to touch the gematria no more. I'm just going to do logic. And it's just going to be one play just to add on to y'all parlays. Like if you play my NBA, then you can add a college basketball or whatever. That's all the college basketball I'm gonna do with that. Cause it's early right now. Teams don't really get to play until like the tournament's about to start building up. So it's still early in the season. So I'm just gonna do like one pick a day for y'all and try to get it to like a 75% ratio. Last 3 days I've been off. But before that, I was rolling. So we'll get back on track with that, especially by me not looking at no gematria in college basketball. Just going to give y'all a pick from my right brain, and that's going to be my logic brain. So we're going to roll with that. So first game off NBA today. It's 2, 4. It's only 6 games today. So make this quick. Pistons, Cavaliers. Let's see. Head-to-head, Pistons lead 128-91. Cavs, if they win, they will be 7-14 in conference. Remember, I like the football touchdown scores. If Detroit loses, they will be 5-15. Square root 5-15. 15. They play each other back to back. So if Cavs win both, they would pick up the 12th win in Detroit. Detroit equals 37 and 12 prime. So these two, they playing each other right back. I believe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, they play Thursday, and they play back to back. They'll be in Detroit. So like if Cavaliers win both games, they'll pick up their 12th win in Detroit. Detroit equals 37 to 12 prime. So don't have a pick on here. Like I said, the Reese is real tight today. Pistons had a narrative, and it was also it's the 78th day of the NBA season. So we want to I'm gonna start keeping track of that. Somebody put me on game on that yesterday. Yesterday was the 77th day, so today is the 78th, and I do know 78 and 33 do play. If you write out what Cleveland equals 78 and 33. So and what I noticed with that is I was saying the 78 and 33 does play together, so could be a good day for the Cavaliers to pick up the win, playing on the 78th day of the NBA season. The Cavs could get the 22nd conference loss playing in the 200. This their 220th meeting. I told you that Detroit was 128-91, so it's their 220th meeting, and Cavaliers can pick up the 22nd conference loss. Sometimes it works like that. Like I said, it's real tough. With Pistons had that narrative right there, I would lean Cavaliers, but not a game I would play. Next game, Trailblazers Raptors. This is the game that I had to pick on. I got Raptors. This is their 47th head-to-head meeting. Raptors, they lead 28-18. Like I said, it's their 47th head-to-head all times regular season. If they win, they'll pick up the 15th home win. 47 to 15 prime number. They'll keep Portland at 15th wins. They will stay on 12 losses too. Portland equals 37, which is the 12th prime. And notice too, if Pistons lost, they'll be 5-15, and if Raptors win, they'll be 15-5. So the 15-5 could play today. That has a relationship. Thunder Nets. Next game. It was some notes on my wall with this game, so I'll pull it back up. Couple great observations. Let's see. The coach for the Trailblazers, he is on a 439 losses, regular season losses all time. That's the 85th prime. Scotiabank Arena, where they playing at, equals 271-58. That's like the reverse of the 85 prime number. So the coach could stay on those 439 losses in this arena. I say it again, coach, Trailblazers coach, he's got a 439 career regular season losses. That's the 85th prime number. Scottish Bank Arena, where they playing at, equals 271-58. 58 is the reverse of 85. So he could stay on those 439 losses in this arena. That's exactly right. And what I did see for the the Nick Nurse, the Raptors coach, he can pick up the 37th loss today. Portland equals 37. So Portland does have a narrative. I did pick Raptors. Notice that the Portland can do the football score, the 7-14. So I picked Raptors in this game. It's real tight today, like I said. Trailblazers do have that one riddle through the coach, and I just gave y'all the riddle through the Blazers coach too, why he could stay on his 439 losses. So Portland has two riddles with the coaches. But like I said, it could be as easy as just the 47th head meeting, and they can just pick up that 15th home win and keep Portland at 15 wins. So I'm gonna ride that. And one more thing, let's see something. Toronto ON. Let's put that in the calculator right quick. Yep, I figured that. Toronto ON is 47, and 47 is the 15th prime number. So, perfect place for Trailblazers to stay on 15 in Toronto ON, Ontario, Toronto, Ontario. The initial for that is 47 in his most purest cipher. So that 15 could play, especially by being the 47 head-to-head regular season all-time. I got Raptors. That's my only pick of the night. Thunder Nets. This was another you pick 'em. I'm gonna watch this game. That's why I have a pick. I will lean Nets but I don't like going against streaks. Nets are on a 6-game losing streak. They could lose 7 straight today on the 7th of the month. So that's just strong right there. Why I say I like the Nets though is because NBA TV equals 59, which is the 17th prime. So if Nets win today, they'll pick up their 17th win and they'll get a Thunder the 17th loss. So this is a game I just want to sit back and watch and observe and see what happens. Also, if the Nets win, they'll be 10-7 at home. That's like 17. Like I said, NBA TV is 59 to 17 prime. So I'm just gonna sit back and watch and chill on this game. it's just the Nets on a losing streak, and then they can lose 7 on the 7th. So you don't want to touch that. Next game, Timberwolves, Grizzlies. Let's see. Head to head, Wolves lead 49-45. If Wolves lost, they'll pick up their 17th loss. Grizzlies equals 59, which is the 17th prime. So perfect opponent to pick up the 17th conference loss to. Also, the game is January 7th, like 1-7, so they could pick up their 17th loss today. Good day to pick up the 17th loss on January 7th. And I think the Wolves, I didn't really see anything for the Wolves. Wolves might have had a narrative, and I believe, let me check my page, because like I said, this guy, he's been doing great work. He was off a couple yesterday, but still the observations are worth mentioning because somebody else might come up with something off that. So let's see what he had for the Minnesota game, because I remember he said FedEx. Yeah, I remember he said the FedEx Forum where they playing at. Let's see. He said the Hebrew civil calendar is the 10th day of the 4th month, like 14. Timberwolves can stay on 14 wins. Hebrew religion calendar, 10th day of 10th month. So he's saying the Hebrew civil calendar is the 10th day of the 4th month, like 14. Wolves can stay on 14 wins. Then the Hebrew religion calendar is the 10th day of the 10th month, like 11. Can go 9-11 away. Grizzlies head to head has 44 wins. FedEx Forum equals 54. Reflection of 45. So that's what he meant by the FedEx Forum. If you write that out, that equals 54, and Grizzlies can pick up their 45th win today. So that's a good observation. Seems like he's riding with the Grizzlies right there, which I would lean Grizzlies right here too. This would be a pick. I don't like the line. I feel like Grizzlies could be a little bit more. Grizzlies, this would be my second strongest player tonight. It's not a pick, but if I had a lean, I would have to ride the Grizzlies. But like I said, Raptors the only pick. But like I said, this would be my strongest lean. Will probably be the Grizzlies to beat the Wolves. So I lean Grizzlies. Also, Grizzlies can pick up their 8th home win. It's 8. Date numerology today. 1 + 7 is 8. They could pick up their 8th home win. So I like Grizzlies here, and like I said, that Grizzlies equals 59, so they can pick up they can get the Timberwolves the 17th conference loss, and 59 is the 17th prime number. Next game, Kings and Suns. Head to head, Suns come in with 137 all-time wins. They lead, and Kings have 96. Kings can pick. Nope. Kings can pick up 7th win on the 7th, and I believe that's the away win. So, yep, Kings can pick up the 7th away win on the 7th. Suns can stay at 7 home wins on the 7th. So that could be just the surface riddle. It's strong right there. And sometimes it's just right there in your face. Yep. The head-to-head is at Suns lead 137, which is the 33rd prime. Remember, I told y'all today is the 78th day of the NBA season, and 78 and 33 plays. So I'm gonna stroll back up and let me see. Cause it was so and I think I didn't skip a game. I just didn't give y'all the head-to-head with Brooklyn and Nets. The Brooklyn and Nets, OKC, they lead 57 and 33. So what I'm observing is Cleveland Cavaliers equals 78 and 33. If that plays, that's giving me a sign that the day of the NBA season is going to play. And like tomorrow will be the 79th day. That's the 25th prime number. 79. I'm sorry, that's the 22nd prime number. Yeah, that's the 22nd prime number. So in basketball, I believe equals 22. I know 22 is a basketball number. So be on the lookout tomorrow for 22s, because tomorrow will be especially if you see the 33 play. Like if Cleveland win today, that would be like a 33 because Cleveland equals 33. If the Nets lose today, that would be like a 33 because they would stay on 33 head-to-head all-time regular season wins. And if the Suns lost, the 33 will play today because they would stay on 137 wins, which is the 33rd prime number. So the 33 could play today with 3 games out of 6. So I'll be aware of that, and I'll jot down that. You might want to take notes. So I will have to lean Kings in that situation. But like I said, I don't have a pick or really lean. But if I had a free pick, I probably would pick the Kings. Last game, Knicks Lakers, no value. Remember I told you anything over 10 points is no value. It's just gonna hurt you. It's not even worth decoding. What I observed, Clippers just beat the Knicks Sunday, and they picked up the 10th win against the East. Lakers can pick up the 10th win against the East. Right here, same team. Lakers can pick up that 10th win against the New York. New York equals 39. 10 equals 39. So I think Lakers will win. Plus they playing in Los Angeles. Los Angeles equals 37. If Lakers win today, their record will be 30-7. Kind of look like 37. So of course I like Lakers there, but like I said, no pick because it's not fair to give a pick out on this one. It's no value. It can't do anything. Notice again, they playing at 10:30. LA equals 13. The spread on the game is 13. So there you go. Lakers. Hockey. I do a review. So Pistons, Cavs, I will lean Cavs because like I said, the 33 could play today. It's the 78th day of the season. So I lean Cavaliers, Trailblazers, Raptors. This is my only pick of the day. I got Toronto Raptors. 47 head-to-head meeting. They can keep Toronto at 15 wins, and they can pick up the 15th home win, and they can stay on 12 wins, 12 losses. Portland equals 37, 12 prime. Thunder, Nets. Nets on the 6-game losing streak. They could lose 7 today on the 7th. But they plan on NBA TV, and that's 59 to 17 prime. So Nets can pick up the 17th prime. The 17th win. And they can become 10-7 at home. That's the 17th prime. That's like 17. I'm sorry. I'm getting a phone call in my hand, so I'm looking down at the phone and talking. But I can't answer that. That's not involved in the live stream. So, but like I said, Nets, Thunder, no pick. Lean Grizzlies. FedEx Forum equals 54. Grizzlies can pick up their 45th head-to-head win. Grizzlies can get the 8th win on an 8-date numerology, like the Grizzlies here. Kings, Suns, I would lean Kings just because I'm observing this day of the year. The day of the NBA season, corresponding with the card. And 78 does play with 33. Suns has 137 all-time wins against the Kings. That's the 33rd prime. So they could stay at those 137 wins. We'll check that tomorrow. Lakers, Knicks, as just explained, no value. Hockey. It's not too many games. Oh, it is a lot of games today. Alright, so hockey. It's real tight today too in hockey. Canucks. First game you got Canucks Lightning. Stay away game. Both teams can pick up the 8th straight win. I would lean.
It's a good time to be a doer.
Because the line, it's like, are they gonna really pay the Canucks plus 200? And both teams have been playing on fire, so it's almost like they begging you to play the Canucks because there's so much value with the Canucks. Both teams can win 8 straight games today, so I don't know why the line flip flop like that. That's why I say I would lean Lightning. Both teams hot. Canucks equals 18. If Lightning lost today, they get their 18th loss. And they'll get their, let's see, 12th home win. And today has 12-day numerology. Canucks can also pick up their 12th away loss. So the 12s could play today, 12-day numerology. Tampa Bay could stay on these 17 losses though. The day is like 1-7. So that's, like I said, it's a you pick 'em, flip a coin. I would lean Lightning just because of the line. The line should be a you pick 'em, or at least minus 130. Coyotes, Panthers. This game I observed, both teams can do the 13 and both teams can go 13 and 10. If Coyotes lost, they'll become 13 and 10. If Panthers lose, they'll become 13 and 10. Championship equals 131. The owner, Arizona owner, died last year, Bidwell. So this could be synced in with some symbolic. Maybe Arizona's going places this year. They got a decent team. Both teams actually have a decent team. So could be a 131 championship riddle in this game. So you might want to jot that down for your futures. Might want to take a shot. Whoever has that record at the end of this game might want to throw a couple bucks on the future to win the cup. Panthers. What I seen, okay, it's their 43rd game, and Panthers can let's see. Also, Coyotes could pick up their 17th loss in regulation. Today is like 1-7, like 17. Let's see. Yep, they playing in their 43rd game, and the Florida Panthers can get the 14th win. So I lean Florida in this game. Plus Florida equals 43, Panthers equals 43. They playing in their 43rd game, and they can get their 14th home win. I gotta ride Panthers. So just because Coyotes lose, don't count them out, because they'll still do that 13 and 10 on the road. And that's like championship. So maybe they make it to the Western Conference Championship this year. Who knows? Like I said, you might want to pencil them in. Next game,
okay, I have to say something with the cap.
I'm not gonna touch this game. This game let me down a couple of days ago when I went flawless, and this was the only game that killed me. I would have had another flawless day, but I went like 5-1 because of the 26. I said Islanders would pick up the 26 win versus the Devils. Now they playing again 3 games later, and notice Islanders coming in now with 26 wins, and Devils coming in with 26 losses. So Islanders equals 101. 101 is the 26 prime number, and Devils equals 26 in this pure cipher. So they both got a 26 connection. Notice that the Islanders came in with 26 wins. Notice that the Devils came in with 26 losses. So I don't know what to do with this game. Don't know what to do with this game. I would lean Islanders, but don't have a pick. Capital Senators, this in my notes, not a pick because it's no value. Minus 300. I don't like taking lines like that, but we talked about this game 2-3 days ago. Capitals win this, it'll set them up to play the Flyers. Notice that's the next game that we're going to talk about, and they stack them right next to each other. Could be a sign. Capitals win this game, they could pick up their 31st win against the Flyers. Flyers equals 31. And if they win this game, they'll have 65 points going into the Philadelphia. Philadelphia equals 65. So I like Capitals here, but like I said, the line is just Vegas already know Capitals probably going to get the job done, and they don't want to pay too many people with this. So they're keeping you off the line. So that's that. I like Capitals, but like I said, no pick. The line screwed up. Flyers, Hurricanes. Carolina equals 53. Hurricanes equals 53. 53 is the 16th prime number. Flyers can pick up the 16th regulation loss. So kind of like that. Plus Hurricanes, like I said, equals 53. They can stay on 16 regulation losses. So kind of favoring that. Carolina equals 73 to 21st prime. They can pick up the 21st loss. And that's Philadelphia. They can get their 21st loss. Carolina equals 73 to 21st prime. So I lean Carolina. Lean Carolina. Not a pick though. Trying to play it safe. Get my hiking record back on track because I don't want to get to even. It's heading back to 500, and I had it like at 75%. So trying to get it back in the 70%. So lean Hurricanes, lean Capitals, lean Islanders, lean Panthers. No picks though, but that'll be my leans. Avalanche, Rangers. Another tough game. If Rangers lost, they'll become 19 and 4. Avalanche equals 67 to 19th prime. So I like that. Lean Avalanche. Just didn't want to give a whole lot today. I normally give 3-4 picks. I took it easy today and gave out 2. Hopefully I can go 2-0. And then tomorrow I can get back on track with giving out 3 and 4 picks. So I'm gonna play it safe today. But if you listen to the live stream, you can decipher what you want to do. Like I said, Rangers could fall to 19 and 19. Avalanche equals 67. That's the 19th prime. Rangers could lose 4 straight games today. Rangers narrative. Well, I didn't want to touch it. Avalanche could pick up the 10th loss in New York. That's the 10th away loss. So they can pick that up in New York. New York equals 39. 10 equals 39. So they can pick that up. Rangers can pick up 44 points. Because something about the caller, he called me yesterday. I believe this is going to be their 44th all-time game in New York. With the Avalanche and Rangers all-time head-to-head. This will be their 44th game in New York. So Rangers equals 44. So Rangers could pick up these 44 points. They're playing in their 44th all-time meeting. So and then they came in 14 and 4, 144 and 12, 144 and 44 has a relationship. So I have to lean Avalanche, not a pick though. Like I said, Rangers got that narrative right there. Canadians, Red Wings. Canadians, Red Wings. Let's see. Canadians, Red Wings, 10 and 33. They can become 11 and 33 in the 44th game. They playing in their 44th game today. So they could become 11-33 in their 44th game. We just seen that with the Jets and Canadians. Wow. In the Canadians played the Jets yesterday, and this was all time head to head in Montreal. The Jets became 11-22 in the 33rd game. So that came through. Jets got the job done. Great observation by call out there. I think that was Jay. Jay called in yesterday with that. And notice that the Red Wings can do the same thing against the same opponent. Go 11. That's what he was talking about too. Exactly what he was talking about. 11-33 in their 44th game. So I would lean probably Red Wings just because of that. Canadians, if they lost in overtime, they'd pick up 44 points. Detroit equals 44. So not a pick on that game. Sharks, Blues. Let me see something right quick. I think. Down. Oh, Canadians equals 34. So I think I'm right again. Let's see. 34. Canadians equals 34. So you might want to be careful. I take back my lean. I lean Red Wings, but I just discovered something. Canadians equals 34 in its most pure cipher. And they can give the Red Wings their 34th loss. So I would definitely be careful on that, even though that 11-33 in the 44, that does look good, but the fact that they can get them the 34th loss, Canadians can, I have to ride that. Lean Canadians. Sharks, Blues. This is my first pick of the night. I lean Blues. Let's see. St. Louis can do the 14-7 thing at home. That's the football touchdown scores I like. St. Louis is on a losing streak, so be careful. I think they'll ease it off though this game. I believe they lost 3 straight, so be careful. What I like though, I believe if St. Louis win the next 2, they play the Sabres next. I think they'll turn it around right here. They beat Buffalo next, and they beat this game. They'll be 28-10-7. 107 is the 28th prime number. So if they win back to back, their record would be a perfect prime relationship, 10-7. And I like him to keep the 10-7 today because the day is January 7th. So that kind of looks like 1-7 and you drop the 0. Blues equals 59. 59 is the 17th prime. So I can see them staying on the 10-7 today for sure. And all they would have to do is beat Buffalo. And then they'll become 28 and 10-7. 107 is the 28th prime number. So I'm liking Blues here. Sharks does have a riddle. If also Sharks lost in overtime, they will have 43 points. So, you see this game go to overtime in real time. Blues equals 43 to 14th prime. So they could pick up the 43rd points if they lost in overtime. Sharks are playing in their St. Louis playing in their 44th game. This is St. Louis' 44th game. Sharks could get the 44th points. So I'm gonna be observing that. If that was the crunch me, I wouldn't go against a riddle like that anymore. I'm gonna ride with the Blues. So they can stay at 10-7 in the loss column. Today is January 7th. Blues equals 59 to 17 prime. That's a good team to stay on those 10-7. So I like them to pick up the 27 win today. First pick of the night. Not too bad. 180, 185 on the money line. Bruins, Predators, tight. I see Predators can stay on 22 losses. Boston equals 22. They're not playing in Boston though. This game is on ESPN. Boston could pick up. Well, no, I'm sorry. I was going to say 18. That's not right. Let's see. Boston. They could stay on 59 points. Remember, today is like 1-7, like 17. They could stay on those 59 points, which is the 17th prime. And they play Jets next. So if they lost today in regulation, they'll get the 9th loss. And Jets equals 9. So they'll go to the Jets 9-11. Jets equals 9. So that's a you pick them, wouldn't mess with that. Flames, Blackhawks. I have to lean Flames here. Flames play the Wild next. They win the next. This one they'll set them up to get the 24th win. However, they could lose too because they 22-22. So if they lost this one, they can lose against the Flames and pick up the 24th loss. But I'm thinking they'll win this game. And we'll see the next game when they get here. But Chicago, they can stay on these 46 points. Also, they can stay on these 12 wins at home in Chicago. Flames can become 12-12 in Chicago. Chicago equals 37 and 12th prime. Calgary equals 67. And notice, if the Blackhawks lost in regulation, they'll become 19-19. 67 is the 19th prime number. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna see some 7:30 and 8:30. So, I mean, this game is like an hour between real time. So you might want to observe what happens with this 7:30 game, Rangers and Avalanche, because Avalanche equals 67 also. And they can make the Rangers 19-19. So if you see the Avalanche up big early, you might want to take a shot on the Flames because like I said, Calgary equals 67, and that's the 19th prime, and they can make the Blackhawks 19-19 also. So, things tend to do that when it's lined up like that on the same day. When it's 2, 3, 4 teams like that, normally whatever happens, the first game, it'll correlate with the second game. So just keep your eye on that. Penguins, Golden Knights. This was my second pick. I just got to ride the 18. They in Vegas. Vegas equals 18. Penguins can pick up that 18th loss. And they playing on ESPN. So that's telling me what I need to know. I think Penguins does have a riddle. Send my notes. Let me just look at it real quick. That's what it is. Golden Knights equals 62, and it equals 206. Penguins could get the 26th win of the season. Penguins equals 105, so they can stay on these 15 losses in regulation. That's the Golden Knights. Penguins equals 105 like 15, so they can stay on these 15 losses. They can give the Penguins the 18th loss in Vegas. Vegas equals 18. And they playing on ESPN, which is 18. And also, I believe Vegas is on a 5. Let's see. I don't want to give y'all no bad information. Vegas is on a 4-game winning streak, so they can win five today. They're going for 5 straight games, so they're kind of hot right now. That's my second pick of the night and only pick, so I'm only gonna ride them 2. Last game, Blue Jackets and Ducks. Didn't really see anything in this game because it's tricky. It's in my notes. Blue Jackets. If they win 2 in a row, they play the Sharks next. Sharks equals 22. So I'll be cautious of that. But it goes if they lose 2 straight, they'll have 16, 17. It's in my notes. These last 2 games, I don't have my notes right in front of me. I typed them up. I know it's tricky though. Let's see. 13. Ducks equals 13. I think the Blue Jackets, yep. Because I had the Blue Jackets getting a 13th loss in LA last night, which didn't happen. LA equals 13. Ducks equals 13 also. So Blue Jackets could get that 13th loss away tonight. They didn't get it last night. They can get it tonight against the Ducks. Ducks equals 13 in its most pure cipher too. So that's that. But like I said, it's tricky because if Blue Jackets win, which they are playing great, they playing pretty good, and the Ducks really like the same type of team as the Kings. They really no good. Blue Jackets are on fire. If they did win this game and beat the Sharks, they'll get the 22nd win against the Sharks. Sharks equals 22. So that's another tough game. Go and check in on the chat one time. What's going on, Edmund? I see you. M-Stack, hey man, what's going on? I won with the Wizards +8. Okay, cool. Everybody winning. People been hitting me up. I appreciate it, man. I really do. I don't know what that means, Alan, but you up. You said you won 8.94 in 2 days. Everybody been hitting me up, though. I ain't lying, man. Couple people reached out. They have tipped me. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and put my email in the so y'all just don't keep calling me, because I know people want to tip. I'll put my email in the chat, and you can just PayPal. A couple people already did that already, so if you want to PayPal, leave some. I'm not, whatever. But I already know people have been winning. Y'all gonna probably eventually start asking me. So I'm gonna put my email in the chat, and I'm gonna put my phone number. So if anybody have any observations on the day's games, you can call me, and we can talk it up real quick. See what you got. So that's my email. If anybody want to send any, donations, try to move this thing to another level. That's what I'm trying. I'm basically shooting for more people. I'm gonna get out and do some hands-on activities these next couple weeks, and then so hopefully my pages start building up. So I'm gonna start being more repetitive because new people are going to start coming. I know this community right here is from Zach, so we already pretty much know the fundamentals and the basics. So but like I said, I'm about to start having new people join, so I'm gonna get more and more repetitive. So just hang in there. I want everybody to learn this stuff, and I'm trying to get y'all to tell a friend. Okay, so That's my number right there. I just posted it in the chat. Okay, we got a caller. Hey man, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing today, Ron?
Hey, I'm doing good. How about you?
Yeah, man, I have some information here on that. Let's see, on a few games actually. The one I like the most is the Flames game. You're right on point with the Flames. Riddles. You said Hawks would fall to 19-19. Their next game is on 1/9.
Mm-hmm.
It is against the Predators. Predators equals 44, so they'd stay on those 44 points and go in 19-19.
Playing on 1- on January 9th. That's a great one. Yep.
Yeah. Also, there's a lot of stuff stacking here. The Hawks can fall to 10-3. That's a lot like 1-1-3. And the Hawks coach right now, he's on 113 points. And the next game against the Predators is on a 30-day. So they would fall to 10-3. The coach would stay on 113 points to go into that 30-day numerology. With that prime relationship.
Yep, that's strong too. I'm gonna write that one down. That's real strong. That's
overlap.
Yeah, that's a nice one. And
look, the
look,
only way that doesn't come through, I think, is if they pull it under the rug. But it seems like it's set up to be that way.
Yeah, and I just look. The line is -130. So that's telling me something too. Yeah, so that's definitely a great observation. Yep, I think the Flames do get the job done today.
Yeah, and with the Flames, they can get their 51st point. Flames equals 51, and that's that conspiracy number. There's a few games today that have that conspiracy number. Also, one more thing about this Hawks game is it's the 97th day today of the NHL season. And Hawks equals 97, and Hawks can pick up their 25th total loss.
Okay, so you said it's the 97th of the NHL?
Yeah, 97th day of the NHL season.
Okay, I'm about to start tracking that too. Somebody gave me the NBA yesterday. So, yep, I had this in all my notes.
A few games today.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's definitely, it played all last year. I didn't, Zach just stopped and he didn't, when he started this year, he didn't keep up with the days. So, I didn't ever go back and start counting from the beginning. But, yeah, I appreciate that. So, yep. And what game you said that can play the 97 and the 25 today?
That's in the Hawks game. The Hawks can fall. The Hawks equals 97, and the Hawks can get their 25th overall, 25th total loss.
Okay, I see that.
So that just goes with
everything
else that's stacked there.
Yep. And then what I seen with this is Tampa Bay equals 25. So remember when I was saying I don't know why the line is -200 for Tampa Bay when both teams can win 8 straight. But by being the 97th day of the hockey, that's the 25th prime. So Tampa Bay equals 25. So this is a perfect day for the Tampa Bay Lightning to win.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So and also I like what you said about the Coyotes and Panthers game. I just wanted to add a few things. You obviously pointed out that it's the Panthers' 43rd game, and they can get their 14th home win. It's also Arizona's 14th game at the Panthers Arena. And on top of that, Arizona can get their 14th all-time head-to-head loss versus the Panthers.
Okay.
So that's a lot of 14 stacked.
Right. And I think I did see that because I'm looking up at it. I looked up that too. I think that you're absolutely right about that. I just didn't write that down. Yeah, it's a lot of 14 stacked on this game. You're totally right. And like I said, Florida equals 43 and Panthers equals 43. So, yeah.
Yeah. That's true. And then also the Panthers can get their 51 points and they can improve to 14-7. 147 is a conspiracy number, same with 51. Okay,
I didn't know that, so I jot that down. Okay, what do you get that? How do you know about that 147?
On Zach's blog, Free to Fight Truth, the blog spot, he You just type in I typed in that number 147 a while ago because like I saw a lot in baseball and in the early hockey season, and you can still see it pop up. Like today, the Ducks can improve this, or no, I'm sorry, not the Ducks. The Red Wings can improve to 7-14. A few teams can show that number today.
Yeah, I always like that number too because it's like a football touchdown score.
Yeah. Somehow I think it's related. That's what it's related to, right? The 147, because 147 is that number that it equals the government, authority, White House.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a special number.
Okay. Yeah, I got that. So I definitely.
Anyways, Panthers with that 147 to 51 points, like pointed out with the conspiracy number, they tend to get that number a lot.
Right. So
Get
they can. Yep. I see that. Okay, I got that. Yeah, I'll be taking observations of that and paying attention to that more and more because I did not know that.
Another thing too, man. I would be careful with that Canadiens game. So it's both the Canadiens and the Red Wings is their 44th game. And you notice that the Canadiens can get that 44th point.
Right. In Detroit.
With the overtime loss, right?
Yep.
The Canadiens' home record is 8-10-4. If the Canadiens lose today in overtime away, they'll be in 8-4 away. So kind of mirroring that home away record. I saw the Blues do that this year, and another team did that this year.
Okay.
Where they mirrored those home and away records.
Yeah, I'm not gonna I ain't gonna mess with that Canadian. Like I said, I only had 2 picks. I ain't gonna mess with that game because we just seen what the Jets did. What you called in yesterday and talked about the 11-22 in the 33rd game. So against the same team. So Red Wings can do that same thing here right now.
Yeah. And there was another thing too that was pointed to the overtime loss that I wrote in my notes yesterday for the Canadiens, which is one reason I was so heavy on the Jets. Too bad I didn't go on that pick because that was a pretty good pick. But
yeah, it was.
Yeah, the Jets were underdogs.
Yeah.
Canadiens they're about to get, if they lose today, they'll hit that 7 loss in the loss streak. And it's obviously worse than 7, but here's what it was. So the Canadiens coach, he's on 46 points and 146 overtime losses. He was on that yesterday and he lost in regulation. If he loses today, he'll get the freaking 147th overtime loss and the 1447 points. This is something that can never happen again. Like if he wins outright, like those 2 numbers will never come together again in his record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But he have to win in overtime, right?
You have to lose in overtime.
Yeah.
14-47.
Yeah.
And the 147th overtime loss. And on top of that, the Red Wings can become 7-14 if they win.
Right. Yeah.
So that's just 147 stacked 3 ways.
Yeah.
So I might even tack on the Red Wings in a small parlay just because of that.
Right, and like you said, yeah, I didn't notice they was on that 6-game losing streak. I slept on that one. Yeah, and today is the 7th. Yeah, today
you can't go against those streaks, like you said. It's kind of
yeah, you can't
go against something like that.
Yeah, you can't, especially on the 7th of the month.
Yeah, that was just about it. Oh yeah, one more thing I wanted to point out. So yesterday with the Avalanche and Islanders game, the Islanders, they won to get the record to mirror Detroit going into the Detroit game, right? The 26-15.
Right.
So by doing that yesterday, I pointed this out in my notes too. Colorado, they were on 137, or I'm sorry, they're on 1,307 losses as an organization yesterday. And I thought that perhaps that they would sweep the 2 New York teams to stay on those 1,307 for the symbology, right?
Yeah.
So 193. New York Rangers equals 193. So if Colorado loses today, in essence, if they get swept by the two New York teams, they'll have 1309 losses as an organization. And I pointed this out yesterday with the whole sweeping thing because I've seen it already this year once at least in my observation. I saw the Predators sweep the Islanders and the Rangers in their away trip.
Right. I remember you said that yesterday, right?
Yeah. So it's definitely possible that Colorado loses today. I'm not going to look more into that, but that might be something worth looking into and possibly tacking on to a parlay because they can definitely do that. It's also Colorado's 44th game of the season, and Rangers equals 44.
Right. And didn't you say yesterday that they was playing the Rangers and the Avalanche, this their 44th meeting all time in New York?
I don't know if I said that. I don't think so.
Okay, I thought you said it would be the Islanders and the Rangers 44th head-to-head meeting all time.
This was what I said. I said that Colorado they got their 14th loss in their 43rd game, and next game is their 44th game.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it could go either way, but might just be worth checking out just because they're a good multiplier. That's what I like to do. I like to just have my principal picks and then throw on some other ones on the side,
Yeah.
$1 or $2, get that multiplier.
Right. Yep. That's what I like to do too. Yeah. Yeah. Rangers have a shot too. Rangers definitely have a shot. But like I said, I will wait because of that 19 and 19, but that Rangers game is an early game. So what I was thinking is wait and see what the Rangers game do, and then come back on that Flames and Blackhawks, because I think these two games, the Flames, Blackhawks, and the Rangers and Avalanche, I think they're gonna correlate with each other.
Yeah, I believe you're right. I believe you're right on with that. Wait, one more thing. I don't think you pointed this out, but Arizona could fall to 13-7 away today to face the Lightning. And Arizona equals 33, Lightning equals 137.
Okay, let me check that out right quick. You said they could become 13-7 away?
Arizona.
Yeah, because they 13-9 right now.
They're 13-9. They're 13-9 total, but they're 13-6 in regulation.
I see. So we saying the same thing. I see. Because I got if they lose, they'll be 13-10. Because I was talking about that championship number.
The championship number, and that's interesting that you mentioned that, man. Because I remember calling Zach at the beginning of the year during one of his live streams. We were talking about hockey futures, and I done some measurement with the day correlating Bill Bidwell to the championship, and I was like, man, I'm pretty sure Arizona's gonna have a special season. I pointed out that they're probably gonna end up starting out the year in a bad way, but then coming back to finish it strong. And all year I've been seeing these riddles with Arizona in 9-11. I mean, in different games that have to do with New York teams or teams with the 39 connections. And that brought me back to thinking about because I've liked the Islanders all year too. I've seen the Islanders placed alongside a lot of championship riddles that correlate with their manager and the date of the championship game or the last day of the NHL season. But essentially, I was thinking about the Islanders and the Coyotes because of the connections between the Diamondbacks and the Yankees that played in the World Series the year of the 9/11 attacks in 2001. Am I right about that? I'm pretty sure that the Yankees played the Diamondbacks.
Yep, they did.
Yeah, and we're going on 19 years after that. And the Islanders have had a lot of riddles placed alongside them dealing with the championship. So I'm thinking it's definitely possible that Arizona could be one of the teams. Also, I like the Panthers too, just because they got that 239 connection, 239 to 52nd prime.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's pretty interesting stuff. We'll see what happens tonight with this riddle. You said that they could fall to 13 and 10. Yeah, they could fall to 13 and 10 though, and that's a championship number.
Yep. So it could still be a good sign for Arizona, even if they lose today.
Even if they lose, yeah, they don't have to necessarily win. Oh yeah, and Panthers can also get their 30th home points versus Arizona, which equals 30. So I think you had a good call in this in making this game a pick.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything really lining up for Coyotes to win.
Yep. Florida. I lean Florida right there. So, yep. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I can't go like you put me on the 43rd and the 14th. I definitely can't go against that by being a 43rd game in Panthers equals 43 in Florida equals 33. Where they playing at?
Yeah, how can you go against something like that? I mean, if they pull it up from under us, I'm pretty sure that'd be intentional because there's no way this is arbitrary that they can do all these things at once.
Right.
For sure. All right, man. We'll keep watching the live stream. You said your picks was Florida and.
Well, actually, my picks, I didn't even have, to be honest, I didn't even pick Florida because, like I said, my record is, I'm just trying to get back up to like 75, 80%. So I was just trying to play it real safe. I took Vegas and I took the Blues tonight.
Okay, Vegas and the Blues.
Yeah. But I lean Florida. I just didn't give a pick. Cause like I said, let me see what I seen for it. Let's see. I seen something for that stopped me. Let's see. Yep. First of all, Coyotes, it's that streak. That's why I'm hesitant, man.
Yep.
That's why I got it highlighted. They on a 3-game win streak, so they going for 4 straight. They playing in their 45th game. Yeah, it's that streak. Once a team get on that streak, man, you never know where it's going to stop at. You know.
That's true, and you don't want a game like that to bust everything up.
Right, you don't want to jump in front of no streak. That's one thing I learned early. Never jump in front.
Shit, you might be right on this one.
Yeah. No, I just stay low. I lean Florida all day. I just didn't want to give it as a pick. I know I got a lot of people now following me, so I'm just trying to make sure everybody just is win as much money and lose as less money. You know, I'm trying to win as much and lose as less. So
that makes sense, man. And hockey's difficult too, because hockey riddles fluctuate a lot, and you can never really tell what they're going with.
Definitely.
Sometimes it'll be riddles stacked in one direction, and then the one riddle on the other side is the one that comes through, and it's like, how the hell?
Definitely. No doubt about it.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna keep my eye on that. Like you said, that Colorado game, because I do like I like the Flames a lot, just because it's the Hawks' 44th game, and they can stay on those 44 points for the Predators and become 19 and 19 with the Calgary gematria and the 113 gematria connected to the next game date and their coach and all that stuff. It's just pretty heavy alignments, but at the end of the day, it's like, damn.
Right.
You never know. Yeah. All right, man. Well, appreciate the information there, man.
Oh, no problem, man. You got anything else? Just hit me up and let me know.
Yeah, man. If I find anything, I'll probably post it in the Patreon wall, so people can check it out.
All right, I'm gonna try to go back. Somebody just in the chat, they like your observation, so I'm gonna try. I remember most of the stuff you were saying, but I'm gonna try to go back in some of my notes and put some of that stuff in because I got one of my boys in the chat now asking me to do that.
Oh, okay. For sure, sounds good, man.
All right. Alright, so that was that. Yep, he added to that. Got me really feeling the Flames tonight now. I know I didn't give that as a pick. When I update my notes, what I might do is throw the Flames back in there, and that'll be 3 picks. So that'll be what I do with hockey. That's what I do with hockey. I'm gonna add the Flames, so that'll be 3 picks. I know I said I was gonna play it safe, but what he just discovered, that was nice. I didn't know it was the 97 day of the year. I could have did it. I was being lazy, and I don't know why I didn't do it. But that's something else we can start looking at, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a lot. So today is 97. We'll look for 25s today. If the 25 plays, that's telling us that we need to start keeping an eye on the year of the day count of the season for whatever sport it is. So I'm gonna keep that down. So hockey. Go over hockey again. Then we'll do college basketball. I already pretty much know that 1 pick in college basketball that I'm gonna give y'all. So go over that. Lightning Canucks, like the caller just mentioned, it's the 97th day of the NHL season. 97 to 25th prime. Tampa Bay can pick up the 25th win, and Tampa Bay equals 25. And they playing in Tampa Bay. So I like the Lightning. I might go back and add some picks, y'all, because like I said, that caller, he just called in with a lot of great things, man. So I might go fill in some things. I know I didn't. I automatically said I like the Lightning anyway, just because of the line. But if Canucks win, you would just feel crazy for taking that. You know, it'd just be like a slap in the face. Coyotes, Panthers. Panthers, this is their 43rd game. They can pick up the 14th home win. Man, there was a lot that caller just said. It's already slipping my mind. I didn't want to go against this game because the Coyotes. I'm still not going to go against it because Coyotes on the 3-game win streak. So I'm going to watch this. Islanders, Devils. They already let me down. I will lean Islanders. They could stay on these 26 wins. Devils equals 26. So I'll be careful of that. Plus, the Devils could go 7-14. No, this is not the team. Getting them mixed up with the Red Wings. Senators, Capitals, like the Capitals. Put them in position to take care of business against Philadelphia Flyers. Flyers equals 31. They could pick up the 31st win against the Flyers. Avalanche, Rangers. Avalanche can make the Rangers 19-19. Avalanche equals 67. I would watch this game, and because I think it will correlate with the Flames and Blackhawks. So I will keep my eyes on the Flames and Blackhawks with the Avalanche and Rangers. Canadians, Red Wings. Another tough call. Caller just called in, made another great observation. So we'll definitely be careful about this. Although Canadians equals 34, they could get the Red Wings the 34th loss. Red Wings could pick up that 11th win in the 30 and stay on 33 losses and in the 44th game. Both teams 44th game. I like that personally. So that's what I probably would ride. Red Wings. Be careful though, because like I said, Canadians equals 34. So Sharks, Blues, this a pick. I think Blues stay on the 10-7 losses. Overall on the 7th. Blues equals 59-17 prime. Like Blues. Bruins, Predators. You pick them. Flames, Blackhawks. I'm gonna go back to my notes. Add the Flames. They can make the Blackhawks 19-19 also. Calgary equals 67. Plus, Blackhawks play the Predators next, so they can stay parked right there at those 44 points. And they play in Chicago, so they don't necessarily have to pick up these 46 points today. They could pick them up some other time. Next pick, I like the Knights. I just think that 18 gonna play tonight. I think Knights give Penguins the 18th loss. Vegas going on 5 straight. Can win 5 straight games. Blue Jackets, Ducks. They can give the Blue Jackets the 13th away loss. Ducks equals 13. I will be careful though, because Blue Jackets are hot. They have been on fire, just like I have been on fire. And if they win the next two, they'll pick up the 22nd win. Sharks equals 22. So be careful on that. I'm going to go back and put the Flames in, and I'm thinking I'm going to ride Tampa Bay just because it's the 97th day of the NHL season. So that'll be 4 picks right there. Hopefully I can go worst case scenario 3-1, if not 4-0. College basketball. Only game I like tonight. This is using my logic. Logic is always right, especially in college basketball. I'm going Iowa. I wouldn't say cover, but I would say, and I'll go over with y'all because, I mean, Georgia just came off a good win against Memphis. I don't see them being Kentucky tonight. I don't like Georgia teams like that. So I know I said I bet they college schools, but they smaller college programs. Not UGA is kind of. I bet the football. I bet Georgia Tech before I bet the Bulldogs in basketball. That's why I faded them against Memphis, and Memphis got me on Saturday. Ohio State, Maryland. I like Ohio State right here. Louisville should get the job done. Virginia should get the job done. I like Penn. Rutgers, they got a good team this year. I can't pick that. I don't like Rider. I wouldn't be surprised if Rider lost. The line's slow. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Rider lost. Probably have to ride Marquette right here. My only pick though would be like I said, this Georgia and Kentucky game. I like Kentucky. I don't think they're gonna beat 2 ranked teams. They could. Don't get me wrong, they could. So upset equals 18. It will be a slightly upset. The game is in Georgia. I like Kentucky though. In fact, a line like this where I can fade Georgia with a number 14 team in the nation team, and I know that's not a flop. Kentucky does have a good program. Gotta ride Kentucky. Villanova, Creighton, that's a toss-up. Virginia Tech, that's a toss-up. Iowa, this the game. Iowa should beat Nebraska. Iowa should beat Nebraska. Period. That's what I'm gonna do. They approved a 2-2. I'm not gonna even look at none of that. Iowa should beat Nebraska. I don't know about the cover, but they should beat them. And kind of like, only reason why I like New Mexico, I just be looking at records right here. They can do the prime thing, and yeah, like the record. What I mean by the record is they just got a good record in Fresno, 5 games below 500. So just looking off the record, I'll play New Mexico. But when you look at the record and you know numbers, 5 is the 11th prime. Fresno State lose, they become 5-11. And if they lost, they become 1-4 in the Mountain West. And New Mexico can pick up the 14th win of the season. I don't know where I was going with that. I thought I was meant to say something else, but yeah, I have to lean New Mexico. The night could be sweet, but only play that I would touch today, and yesterday was brutal. I already went over that. I'm not using no more gematria or date numerology. I'm just gonna do logic and pick the safest play. That's my better percentage of winning, in my opinion, that I can give y'all. So I'm gonna ride Iowa Hawkeyes to beat Nebraska tonight in college basketball, and I guess we can wrap it up there. I'm gonna try to go back and add to my notes and what the caller mentioned. So I'll probably have that up in about the next 30 minutes to an hour. Update the notes, and I guess we'll do it again tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be a little earlier. I'm gonna shoot for like 1:15 tomorrow. So it'll be like 10 o'clock for West Coast, and 1 o'clock Eastern. Hopefully we'll have another flawless day, man. I've been on flawless, so I'm taking it easy in NBA. I win tonight, another flawless day. We'll do it again tomorrow. So I'll let y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all for joining my live stream. Tell a friend, tell a friend.